OnePlus just released the OnePlus Ace, and right before we started recording this episode, our database folks told me that using this 165 Hz screen broke a few of my own QQ speed records, Hey Cattle folks, welcome to this White Talk review. Today we're bringing you a full A6 breakdown right on the dot, folks. This device here, as you know, comes after all the flagship models. It is a mid-tier one using the previous gen processor. Basically, this one uses Snapdragon 8 Elite, and it's got a 7800 mAh battery, plus 120W power-up charging. It's got that 165 Hz, just like Big Bro. How will it perform? White Talk, let's go. This A6 comes in 3 colors total. We've got all of them right here. Folks, the one I'm holding is the white version, and there's also racing black. You can check that one out in person if you get the chance. Its back is age-frosted glass, and the texture is quite rough. You can even leave marks on it. If you drag your fingernail across it, it will leave a mark. Like you could even write a word or two on it. And it just fades away with use. The mid-frame plus the decal bits are all in matching colors too. Since imaging isn't the main focus here, the bump on the back is kept quite thin. Just a slight protrusion with a dual camera setup. Later on, we'll talk about this decal-design.et carries on the family style look. It is a rounded rectangle, and they've made that R corner quite big. Okay, and here's Quicksilver, the one I was most excited for. The SIM pin is just stuck right in here, and 120W, a type power-up charger, traditional 4-piece set. This Quicksilver is quite eye-catching. Yeah, right beneath it, there's a big Ace logo, and they added these vertical stripe details as well. Depending on the light you hit, it shows off this blue-silver hue, alright? Which of silver, white, or black do you all prefer? Just comment or send more. Personally, I lean toward this black one. It's pitch black and deep, while that Quicksilver just feels way too flashy for me. The whole device has fully right-angled edges, so holding it feels just a bit uncomfortable. But on the metal frame here, they added some curved transitions for smoother handling. 8.3 millimeters thick, and the 213 grams screen measures 6.83 inches wide. Let's flip to the front. You can see it has that 165 Hz rate, same as the Big Brother, plus a 1.5K LTPS panel here. Check out this frame here. I opened up the settings menu. It looks pretty much evenly spaced on both sides. Same width for top and left-right edges. But for the R corners here, especially the bottom one, it sticks out just a bit more than others. Processor, battery, power-up, all max out. We tested the screen and all specs in our database, folks. First, the screen brightness in my database full manual max is 600 nits at peak. And the bright light or HDR peak brightness hits 1200 plus nits, plenty for indoors. For dimming, above 17 nits is pseudo DC, and below that is 3840 Hz PWM high frequency. Regarding that 165 Hz feel, we'll discuss it with games later. Performance is key for A6, no doubt. Snapdragon 8 Elite is chip right now in our database. It ranks top in performance and efficiency. It can still rank top 3 for sure. A former flagship that still packs a punch in always. But sets OnePlus A6 apart from others, that's right, 165 Hz. But what does that even mean though? The OnePlus 15 video, we talked about how 165 adds 45 more frames per second than 120. Your gaming experience will feel smoother that way. And the frame gaps are now 2.27 milliseconds shorter. The experience for competitive games sees a clear boost in this case. Right now, one vendor has optimized 11 games at 165 Hz no try. This is native, not frame rate interpolated. FPS game scenes, recoil control, and zooming toes actions just feel smoother and more precise. For racing games, handling feels smoother in those extreme moves, as mentioned before. In the video, we'll show a clip of us playing QQ Speed for you all to see. Subjectively, when drifting through turns, the visuals feel smoother, and the car's handling feels just a bit better. If you get a chance, you can try it at stores, folks. 80 max graphics and 165 Hz, we ran it for 20 minutes straight. Frame rate was quite stable with an average of 164.3 FPS. You can try it in person. Offline 165 Hz isn't for all sins though. How about frame stability and power use for 120 and 60 FPS games? Data 5.0 tested 2 major categories, 5 scenarios. First up, Honor of Kings mobile, whether farming alone or in team fights, frame rate stays pretty stable, no doubt. From the CPU scheduling, big and super cores run at quite active rates. In peak load scenarios, both cores hit up to 2.4 GHz in frequency. The average frame rate hit 120 flat out, which beats the other two phones with same gun processors. So 1% low FPS score is quite strong, hitting 108.7 there as well. Its power draw is a bit higher, 4.7 watts. 4.7 watts for game for peaks, HDR plus 720p graphics handled with no real strain at all. What stands out is that 1% low frames and power use are better than the other two in this video. Genshin Impact's Database 5.0 test covers maps with varied stress levels and boss fighting scenarios too. We checked OnePlus A6's approach. It doesn't push frame rates to extremes, and the final curve still shows some minor hiccups here and there. The upside here is that power consumption ends up being a bit lower. 5.4W a bit lower by 0.2 than iQOO 13 at same FPS. After testing, the max body temp hit 46.3 degrees C. Frame rate stability and power efficiency in various gaming scenarios are quite strong for this chip. After all, it is a gaming-focused device. Next up is the ultra-high pressure DB test. This one's set for the new flagship chip version 5.0. First 100 minutes of continuous gaming.fr rates stayed steady, but the power draw was high at 4.9W. Temperature shifts in long gaming sessions matter. The 5.0 thermal curve after 69.4 means temp hits 40 degrees Celsius. The phone and environment reached thermal balance. Steady temp was 43.5 degrees Celsius, with peak body heat at 45.1 degrees Celsius. A6 handles thermal control in this in quite well. Honkai Star Rail's ultra high pressure. Those who follow our channel know just how intense it is. A6's plan is to keep experience smooth. After 5 minutes, frame rate drops to 50 and stays there mostly. To be frank, this experience beats the other two quite a bit. Since it can go up, no need to bounce around them. Testing shows an average of 51.2 FPS with 7.3 watts used. Of course, the body temp will rise. After all, it is last-gen flagship chip, so that's to be expected. For gaming, OnePlus A6 stands out most with that 165Hz performance, no doubt. For games with standard frame rates, both stability and power control are quite solid too. Alright, let us check out daily usage now. Phone smoothness and battery life. Database 5.0 added tests for app launch speed and in-app response times as well. Note that the smaller this number, the shorter the response time gets. 2 rounds of startup tests for 30 apps with an average of 79.4 ms, no under 100 milliseconds as well. That speed for launching apps is pretty quick, and the taps and swipes inside apps are high-frequency tasks. Among 4 daily apps, Douyin was fastest at 105.5 milliseconds. Bilibili took longer, 156 milliseconds. That is for the swipe actions we tested here. WeChat clocks in at 113.1 milliseconds, while Douyin lags a bit more, 132.1 milliseconds for that one. For both operation response speeds, the overall performance is quite similar to the last big flagship model. That has decent too. Response speed is way more crucial in gaming since it directly affects your skill moves and positioning. Tease and Glorious tap response time here is under 40 milliseconds, which gives it an edge over the other devices when it comes to speed performance. Swipe actions in game for Peace clock in at 118.2 milliseconds, quite sharp indeed. Those two scores mix wins and losses compared to other flagships. Okay, seeing this, some folks might start to worry about its battery life, since it's pretty power hungry. OnePlus A6 has 7800 mAh plus 120 WA combo. You don't see too often. Xiaobai Video Database 5.0 model handles background tasks, app launches, switches, and various usage scenarios. 3-hour overall battery test, 72% left, 6-hour heavy usage test, 19% remaining. Then we pushed it to shutdown in an extreme test session. It lasted 7 hours and 33 minutes. Note that this is a full screen on test for daily use and high demand scenarios too. The A6's battery life, I'd call that pretty damn impressive. That 7800 mAh battery brings clear benefits. For power up at 25 degrees Celsius ambient with 120W stock charger, once drained, it boots in 7 seconds. In 10 minutes, you get 39% charge back fast. With 39% charge, 42 minutes to hit 100% in front, and fooling 51 once trickle as done. This 7800 battery, its charging speed is quite good. For imaging specs, the main lens is same as last gen and Oppo Find N5 Sony IMX906 over 1.56 inch, plus an 8MP ultra-wide lens on board as well. In daylight shots, the output rate for many scenes stays quite high. Color rendering and light handling for a phone in this price range, that is quite a like-worthy feat. This performance is more than just for scanning codes. After all, the algorithms share rules with Oppo, taking photos, posting to moments, no issues at all. Of course, in our early real-life shots, there are some scenes where color deviations do pop up, like the ground in the shot or the sky in that one. They look quite different from what you'd see in real life. Night and day results are alike. When lighting is decent, the shot success rate is still good. Light control is decent, but when it gets dim, the scene looks a bit worse. On the camera page, you'll find the CCNH film filter available there too. In the video, I'll show some sets with strong stylistic flair. In terms of external specs, this device is pretty well equipped. It has IP ratings, dust and waterproof too. And it has 69K plus ultrasonic fingerprint. Infrared, NFC, all these specs are covered, no doubt. For external speakers, it is dual speakers in a receiver style, and no holes are cut at the top. Mind that. Okay, all tests are done. If 10 is the max, feel free to give your scores. Let us do a quick summary ourselves. First, in terms of design ID, it aligns with the Big Brother series. Before it was round decal, now it is a rounded rectangle. And in terms of internal specs for a phone in this price bracket, it was pretty well equipped, even matching the Big Brother at 165Hz. And there's a pretty big battery. All the real-world test data from this video have been updated right away to the Xiaobai Review Database mini program, which you can check for free anytime, anywhere. Compare with same tier phone models too. For sub-flagship ATE, there should be quite a few units left. I think this phone leans more toward battery life, and gaming perfect for heavy-duty users. Okay, if you found this video helpful in any way, be sure to drop a like down below. Your thanks is the biggest support and affirmation we could ask for. Really. unbiased real test white talk. See you in our next video, folks. Bye-bye. Both hands stand up.
Calm and cool. Quite at ease now.